Hi guys, Puddin here with a game for you in my Tier 10 German DD, the Z-52. Now I apologize for no video on Sunday. My captain skills are priority target, preventative maintenance, expert marksman, last stand, basics of survivability, torpedo reload, expertise, superintendent, and of course concealment. My modules are protect my main battery, longer running hydro, faster loading torps, protect my engine, faster rudder shift, and of course concealment. But I do want to again apologize for no video on Sunday. Some things came up that just made that not possible. Now my initial game plan here is the Benson is going to go in, contest C, because he does have better detection than me. I believe my detection is 6 kilometers, which while it is good, the Benson still beats me by 0.2 kilometers. I'm looking to see what's going on, but I wanted to go around the island that you can see off to my left, get spots on for these guys to see what's coming over here. I realize the Benson's doing the same thing I am, so I'm like, alright, fine. I'll go in to see, and I will cap. Now, this video is mainly going to be me doing what I feel is Destroyer's job. Getting caps, contesting caps, defending caps, shooting, torping things, smoking along the way. Destroyers can have multiple roles within game types, have different roles depending on the game type that it is, but usually destroyers can have multiple roles at the same time within a game. I am a decent cap contester, so while I should be contesting the cap, I also can be spotting, which is helping the cap. I thought the Benson was going to do it. I'm going to drop random torps because my torps reload, as you can see, every 1 minute and 8 seconds. Now, I know some people are going to say, why don't you run Adrenaline Rush and help lower that while you get hit? I like Expert Marksman because these turrets do turn a little bit slow. You can mitigate that by paying attention to everything that's going on, but those surprise engagements will put you at a disadvantage. That is why I like Expert Marksman, so my turrets can turn for the surprise engagements, so I'm not at a bigger loss. As you can see, we're capping C. There's really nothing here stopping us from capping us. I see the Z-52 is pushing B. Our Des Moines is pushing B. The guys that are coming to C are coming, and I'm like, you know what? We have a Benson. We've got the cap. Let me jump in, help this Des Moines. Well, like a Des Moines needs help finishing off Destroyer, but let me get in there. Let me do what I can to help. I'm going to dump my torpedoes through the narrow channel. If they hit something great, I'm not particularly aiming at anything. But what I want to do is get on to B, help cap, and I also want to smoke this friendly Des Moines. I'm probably getting hit by the Moskva radar, but you know what? I'm behind an island. Haha, screw you. Either I'm out of radar range or radar has died as the gearing finishes off the Benson. And now, unfortunately, those guys do not have a destroyer. But I've already made my mind. I've already made my decision. What I'm going to do is drop smoke for this Benson as I get 2 torps and screw you, no floods again. I'm going to drop smoke to encompass the Des Moines, and I'm going to continue on to A. Now, while we have 2 destroyers, do not let that fool you. The Cobb is more of a light cruiser. It is not a capping DD. It is what I would call a support DD, even though its main job is just to harass and piss off everybody on the planet. But the other side doesn't really have a destroyer, to push onto this cap and to get it. It's faster for me to push on to A than to turn around and try to deal with what's on C. Number 2 that made up this decision for me is, one, kind of wanted to spot for this Des Moines, but obviously, as you can see, somebody else doing the spotting, and I don't want to deal with a Moskva and his radar. I want to help out these guys at A because they are trying to do a push while they are being a little bit more wary because they don't have really anybody to spot anything in front of them. As you can see, there's a smoke cloud, which means there is a destroyer in the area. While the Kaaba is not great at going out and finding the other destroyers and is great at killing them, I'm thinking I'll come over here, I'll spot whatever DD is in the area, and I will let my team finish them off, which is why I'm driving away from the cab. Just want to keep them spotted. I don't want these battleships to know that I'm in the area. Now I'm looking to see what the Bismarck's doing because the Bismarck is using this island to protect them. But I'm just going to keep pushing the cab. I'm putting torpedoes behind the island, in front of the island, just, cover my bases. But as you see, because I am in the area, I can't spot this gentleman. Sorry for the beep beep. But I can keep him spotted. I can also give smoke when it does come back. Well, it is German smoke. It's better smoke than any battleship has at this stage of the game. I'm just going to continue camping. I don't feel that there's any immediate threat of torpedoes because he just launched against this battleship. As you can see, the Kaaba is now coming up, so I'm fairly certain that if the Kiev gets spotted again, the Kaaba's just going to say, but you wish you were me. As I get one hit, one flood, I get detected by the DD. I got AP loaded because it is German and German AP is strong. I hit my hydro because I want to be aware of torps that I'm for sure this gentleman is sent my way. I get countered, radared. I believe it's radar that's hitting me now. Gotta start motoring because here comes the torpedoes. I'm radared. There's 4 people looking at me, and well, I don't like one person looking at me, let alone 4. But luckily, I positioned myself to use this island to get around. That's why I was staying in that area, because something bad happened. Look, I have a nice BB to say, screw you, cruisers. And I had this island to get around for torpedoes. It also warned any battleship about torpedoes. Now, I am using my torpedo indicator on the Baltimore instead of my guns because I don't want him to know I am looking at him. Drop my torps where I think he was going to be, while the Montana says, nope, not time for you to live anymore. Well, there's enough smoke clouds on this cap to, smoke everything. It's time for me to push in while my hydro's going. I believe the only thing left with any sort of radar/hydro is the Bismarck, and mine is better than his. Haha, screw you, nerf to the Bismarck. But I'm still going to play a little bit more passively. Just because I'm not sure where the DDs are, and I'm not 100% sure where the Bismarck is. But what I'm going to do is use the island that he's using to protect me from him, and to potentially get him spotted to where if somebody has shots on him, can get, free shots on him. Because hopefully what it's ever going to spot them is, either not in the area or gone or in that smoke. I'm gonna drop torps in where I believe he is, but I pick him up prior to the drop. Now, as you can see by the minimap, we have completely lost our group at A. The only group left is the group over here. We lost the group at C, and the Des Moines looks like he got out of B, so the only group left is the A group. And this is the power of a destroyer just going out and spotting, torping, and, smoking things. The things that I'm mainly spotting are the enemy DDs because, it stops them from torping my team. While it may also stop me from torping the enemy because they're spotting me, it does stop them from hurting my team. Just gonna slowly reverse, keeping this island between myself and the Bismarck as the Des Moines fire finally gets the Bismarck. We finally get A. The enemy is taking B. Now, as you can see, they have one destroyer left. I believe it is the Gearing that went to C that just said nope to the Benson. Now, my plan here was to initially smoke up this Montana into B for him to stay bow on, but of course my typing skills suck so bad that I didn't even bother typing it out. I just figured if the gentleman saw me coming towards him, maybe I can get lucky that he would understand what I was going to do. The gentleman turns broad, starts turning broadside, and I'm like, you know what? Smoking this guy would be a waste. He's just going to get behind the island. Anyways, I'm going to hold on to my smoke. I am targeting the turpets, but the other thing I'm doing is sending my torps where I believe they are going to come through. Now, I don't want to get too close to the turpets because he does have 6-kilometer torps, but more importantly, he has very good secondaries. But I want to shoot at this guy to reset cap, get fires. I'm not afraid to use my guns. I have my smoke that I could use to potentially, smoke up if need be. But that is why I was driving away, because if that gentleman didn't have manual secondaries, the further I am, the better off I am. There is no huge need to get into B. We have the ship lead, we have the point lead. Boom, goodbye, Gearing, all skill, no luck. No, I really just got lucky on those torpedoes. But see, if I rushed in there, I could have potentially gotten detonated. Because if you did not know, I usually do not run detonation flags on my destroyers because I would like detonation flags. But you know what? There is no need to rush in there. We can always slowly take them out as while they try to defend as we do a slow push. Number two, we really had no idea where the Gearing was. He could have been at the top of B, middle of B, the bottom of B. There was just, we did not know exactly where he was. Luckily, he found my torpedoes. Then, another reason I really didn't want to rush in there is because the Moskva. But what I want to do now is kind of get on to B to where if any of the friendlies come in, I could potentially lay down. A smoke screen for them as the Montana finishes off another ship. So the only two ships left are the enemy Montana and the enemy Moskva. Now what I'm going to do is use that island that you can see off to my right, get as close as possible to it, and I really don't care if I get spotted, if the guy spots me. What I'm going to do is sit there to deny them this cap. I'm also going to take a couple shots in on the Montana. I do believe prior to me getting behind this island, gonna smoke up, and I was kind of hoping somebody else was spotting. Get a fire, get a flood. I am being radared by the Moskva. I hit my radar, start moving forward, as it looks like the island took some of those shells, but unfortunately some got through. But it does look like what I wanted to happen happened. I can get to this island. I can deny them this cap. I have torpedoes loaded to where if anybody wants to come around, they'll think twice and, oh look, the curse of my freaking double click happened, but it doesn't matter. I've got a fire and a flood going on in Montana. These torps are going to slow down the Moskva, and they are doing their jobs fine. on denying him from pushing in, keeping him bow in. But the battleship's going to die. The Moskva's going to die. So now we're going to look at the post-battle results. 111,000 damage, 3 ships sent to the bottom of the sea, and 3 caps. And I am 3rd place. I just wanted to show this to you guys because, you know, we do show a lot where we are number 1 and do an awful lot. Here's the money screen, and it is what it is. 10,000 damage coming from my main battery, 8,000 of that HE, 2,000 of that armor piercing, and 45,000 from the torpedoes. I did get 56,000 from the other, i.e. fires and flood, 14,000 from the fire, 41,000 from the flood. But like I said, I just wanted to show this video to show you guys that, you know, for the most part, I just did my job. I got rewarded very nicely with it. As far as experience, the Montana Des Moines also did an excellent job of, you know, finishing, burning, protecting caps. And that, you know what, you shouldn't be ashamed of coming in 3rd place. This was a solid game, excellent results. It's just 2 other people also had excellent games and, you know, better results. I really do hope you guys enjoyed this free play. I hope you did learn something from this. We do appreciate all the support you guys do give us. We do love the replays you guys send us. The email for that is in the description down below. And once again, I apologize for no video on Sunday for some circumstances that came up with Sneaky and Spider. Remember, we are quick to report, slow to compliment, so compliment those good players, those good teamwork players. Remember, please hit that like and subscribe button and have yourselves one heck of a great day.